This is incredible.
This is incredible. It works.
Just keeps going, man. Just keeps going.
It's right. It goes over fantastically.
Oh,
it just keeps going. So here we are, Doncast, episode 8.
Don Lones, how are you?
I'm well, Don Lones. I'm out here in Trinidad, Colorado. And
you look good, man. You look healthy. You look really, really good.
Thank you. Thank you. For those tuning in, we are actually doing this on video. We are not releasing the video to you, but we are celebrating the fact that we can move images across the internet and see each other, which is bringing a whole kinds of fun to this call.
Let's just, scale
it back.
Let's say also that what you mean by that is that we're doing video conferencing for the first time ever.
That's right.
Instead of solely audio conferencing, which
we covered your first guitar solo, and let it be known that this is the first ever Don Lones video conference call.
Right. Pretty well. I don't know if it's first, but it's pretty good.
Brought to you by the Information Center.
That's right.
I think it's important for us to recognize, and we talked about it previously in terms of recording gear and digital recording gear, that we were doing our recordings first in 03, 04, 05, and that was pre-Facebook. That was like MySpace. Like there was no SoundCloud. There was nothing to aim for as far as distribution of this material. We just knew we could burn CDs, and that is what we did. The first thing that sort of presented itself was MySpace, for sure. Right.
MySpace music.
But I don't think we had a Don Lones MySpace music.
I'm going to stop you right there and tell you that we still do.
Oh.
Because I was on it the other day.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Snyder. What's on there? What would you find if you went to the Don Lones?
It's funny because you can look at a couple pictures of us. I think there's 2 pictures. And there might be I don't think there's any write-up or any bio, but there are links to tracks, but you can't stream them. You can push play, but they will not play. So it's pretty fun that at least the tags survived.
Right. Wow. Digital artifact.
And who knows what it is. I mean, but it was probably around the same time as this album we're getting into, which is the Rutland album, Sons of Rutland, all these kinds of things. That was probably all happening around the same time. So it's funny that should come up. That is funny. That's very funny.
And the evolution of that digital technology around us. It was 2012 that I decided to take all of the CDs that we considered done and put them on YouTube, though sometimes they're a little scattered. The playlists are pretty
We haven't gotten there yet in the chronology.
Right.
For the listener, but we're getting there.
But where we're at, we left off with the best of, and that was late 2005. And this project was declared done in 2008. And this project is named Songs in 4 and 7, the Rutland Album. It took us a long time to compile this. In and among this were job changes and life changes and...
Holy shit. Everything.
Yeah, lots and lots of stuff going on. But by 2008, we felt like these tracks were ready and done. Are you ready for the first one?
Yeah, lay it on me.
I got a fish tank and a watering can. I lost my shoes, been joining the band. I got a six-pack and reversible fan. I lost my shoes in South Hall.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there.
That's something else, man. There's so much kick drum.
So that's the first track?
Now, let it be known.
South Hall?
Let it be known that the original order of Rutland is lost. And I mean that sincerely.
You know what? I might have a copy of the original order.
Yeah, I bet we all do. Call in.
Oh, you sheet metal people.
If you're listening to this, you probably do have a copy.
Call now. Yeah.
You're up. The baby's crying. All right, so we're going to move forward with an arbitrary order of songs in 4 and 7, the Rutland album. We're not sure exactly what the order is. I chose.
Let's go through it. So I
chose South Hall to start the show.
Can we just take a minute to talk about
South Hall,
the Rutland album?
Rutland album. What do you? Okay, sure.
Right. So I mean, we got through our last 2 projects and then said like we needed to do something different and new and whatever, and got into this, and all of a sudden it started taking on a Rutland flavor, which I'm not even sure what that means, but
right.
It did. So,
and we refer to Rutland County, Vermont. We refer to, look, we both have Green Mountain College roots. You can go back and listen to previous podcasts to understand that more. But Rutland is just kind of a center of Vermont, and it's where Routes 4 and 7 coalesce. It's where the Diamond Run Mall is, where I worked. Jacob passes through Rutland often. At the corner of 4 and 7 is a former gas station that says Redemption Center, which I always thought was a cool town name. And yes, so we decided we were on a quest to write songs. We wanted to write songs that had lyrical content.
Yeah, we
tried to kind of write about
ourselves as songwriters.
Right. So
I think we wanted to be songwriters before we were songwriters. Like, we were always enamored of these, like, and not just songwriters either, but performers, like of in the old school way that they would take someone like Mel Torme and like give him a song, like, Mel, this is your song. Like, we always wanted to be like that, like writing the songs for us that would play the best. And it didn't always come across, but we got to the Rutland album and we really had a lot to draw from.
Right. And also our creative habits were, let's get together, we'll write a song, I'll bring some gear, you'll bring some gear. And it became less tedious.
Well, like we said in previous podcasts, we're starting to get some of our processes down, like, let's get a click, let's do this, let's, write some lyrics, let's like get some chords, let's, like, I would assume if you and I were to get together in the next couple hours, let's say I could get on a plane and be to you in 6 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that.
3 minutes.
So let's say I got off the plane and we're ready to, start writing songs. We could probably do that.
Right. Oh yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I think this album shows that we actually learned how to do that.
Yes.
And they're not all good songs. Some of them are shit.
Yeah.
The Wallet song, I don't know. Is that
Wait
good?
a minute, we'll get to the Wallet. Hold on.
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of talk. You know,
dove in. It's true. Here's South Hall.
I thought it would be the Wallet song.
I've got my fish tank and a watering can. These are my shoes. This was my plan. I've got a headache from a very long jam. I get my medicine from South Hall.
Very ambitious.
Oh, no, it's good. Sometimes the music just cuts out for me. But then when I listen back to it, it sounds fine. That's a cool old keyboard.
Yeah. How did you get that guitar tone right there?
Oh, we use a wah pedal and like some sort of other Radio Shack device.
6-pack and reversible fan. I lost my shoes in South Hall. They made the walls. South Hall, South Hall.
Was this the only song to show up through 3 albums? That's great.
Wow. Well, you know, I feel like we've talked about South Hall before. Somehow, this song showed up on a different album. I could tell you that right now. So we have talked about it, but there it is.
Old fucking South Hall.
There's so many remixes of that. It's like a Beatles song. Like, check out the bonus list, folks, for a different South Hall. And then whatever South Hall it was that we talked about on a previous podcast.
Yeah, B-sides.
Let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's get to the Downtown Rutland song.
Yeah.
Right? Because we thought about what places were open in Rutland.
Why did we even call it the Rutland album? Is it just because of this song? Like what?
Well, I think we joked about Rutland a lot, and I think we wrote this silly song.
I think we always have joked about Rutland a lot, and why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't want to knock them. They're like so.
I was there yesterday. I was there yesterday.
You know.
You know what? I put a little money into the Rutland economy yesterday.
There you go.
I went to Taco Bell.
Ooh, I used to hit the Taco Bell on my way back from your house sometimes.
It's only I think it's one of the 2 Taco Bells or 3 Taco Bells in the state of Vermont.
Oh yeah.
Like Bennington, Rutland, and Burlington. I think.
We have a Kentucky Fried Taco here in Trinidad.
Oh, that's what we have in Bennington now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How's that? Treating you right?
I'm
You're not willing to admit.
I'm not going back
for that.
I'm not going there for that. Yeah.
All right, so here comes this song called Downtown Rutland, where we recount circa 2006 to 2008 what was alive in Rutland. That's so nice. Can I just say before we get into that, that intro, it was you and I, and you were riffing on the guitar, and I was moving around on chords on a keyboard, obviously. But then I remember that you spent much time doing the bass track
to make sure they synced up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And that's
that was like a whole day making sure that it went da 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 da. Da, 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 da. It was like all a waste of a day of my life.
I like downtown Rutland as much as I like sniffing glue. I'll have my way with downtown Rutland. Stay late at the office, stopping at the stoplight. Then we'll see you looking on 3Ds of the bar at the Sirloin Saloon. Up there at the plaza, we gotta hit the shack and the lounge at the Holiday Inn. Next thing that you know is moon's over my heavy.
My favorite.
line dancing down there.
Down behind
Denny's. Is that still there?
Here we go.
Even the original walking around past weird streets.
Oh my.
Stewart's Aubuchon, San Frank Tobacco.
Oh my, here we go.
Here we go now. Oh, it slows down.
Epic slowdown. Here, let's talk over this. Sam Frank Tobacco's not there. Neither is Radio Shack.
You sure San Frank Tobacco wasn't there?
I don't know. Is it still there?
I don't know.
I'm 2,000 miles.
That business in years.
Stewart's is there. Aubuchon.
Yeah, I'm only looking for people who sell Bugler.
So no Sam Frank Tobacco.
Number one brand in U.S. prisons.
I guess my biggest question about this song, because there's only 30 seconds left, is what was up with the bird noises?
David Attenborough.
Why did we pull in David Attenborough and bird noises?
It started out with the album before this, where we talked about the lyrebird.
Okay. And the lyrebird lives in Rutland?
No, it can mimic any other sound it hears. So, or very closely. So, I don't know how that became a Rutland thing, but it did.
Yeah, right in the middle of this song.
Yeah, or maybe we just had that sample available and we're like, oh yeah, David Attenborough. Oh, that's great.
And is this the first slowdown that we're
It's important to remember, too, that like we didn't go into this being like, this is now the Rutland album. We were just...
Right. We had 3 or 4 tracks and we kind of knew we were working on it.
Yeah, but we were, more making product than thinking about how it should fit together.
Right.
I think we've always done that.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes making an album so difficult.
Right. Like what are we aiming for? And
you and I can always make something new. We can always make something new, but can we fucking solidify it?
Right. And turn it into something that's useful. I mean, that erratic drum beat was pretty cool. The lyrics were pretty cool.
Yeah, the drum beat's good.
The slowdown is questionable.
I like how it sort of decays, but...
Oh, there's the lyrebird again. What an intro to this Rutland album here on the Doncast. Let's take on one of the multi-part songs here on this Rutland album.
Multi-part?
There's only one multi-part song, and here's part one of The Wallet.
Actually, I've been the victim of a robber one time in Holland, in Amsterdam. There was a guy on the street, and
he took
my ring.
On this album?
Not only my ring, but also my watch. And finally, he took all my money.
As the wallet.
Mac and Jamie.
Headed for Terrell Street Beverage. The track
is a Rutland album.
Was heavy, I couldn't cross. Man, I wanted just like the boss. I was born in the USA.
Oh, trumpet. More trumpet.
Can we stop for a second?
Yeah.
Your sample of "Born in the USA" is arguably the best placement of any sample that has ever been placed.
Well, thank you. So the Wallet song is a 4-part song that was to thread through the Rutland album, and it does tell a story about you lose your wallet. Guy was headed for Terrell Street Beverage. Traffic on 7 was sketchy. I couldn't cross.
The bus.
No, we'll get there.
Oh, that's true.
So it goes on for just 2 minutes, and it's got, after every verse of the Wallet song, is this instrumental with trumpet and synth, and everything grooves along. I gotta say, this is one of my it's like a mini album. If you listen to all 4 parts of the Wallet song, you do really get a lot of Rutland. You get a laugh or two, and the music is, I don't know, groovy.
You're not wrong. That's good. That's the funniest little guitar line.
Now, how would you like to proceed? Would you like Wallet Part 2, or would you like to get away from the Wallet?
Can we hear Roofers?
Sure, man.
That's like an early track on this record, I think.
Yeah, I believe this is the first track recorded at what was known as Hopeful in Braintree, Vermont.
Oh shit, this track?
Yeah, I think this is the first Don Loans track that was recorded there, yes.
No shit.
Because we were talking about the roof, we were looking at the roof. Turns out the roof was very unstable and held together by...
Here I go.
Yeah, and that's why we were right about it. Now, this is a 4 minute and 42 second long song here, so dig it. Roofer.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to jam out with my mute on.
Roof. That's great.
Yeah, that's a good line. Keeps you entertained. Good chords.
I love those three right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's a change. Go.
That is a change. Hey,
I told you.
Let's stop and act like Moby Grape for a moment.
Hey, it's a change.
On A.
Hey. Let's stop and act like Moby Grape for a moment.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Here's the change.
Oh yeah, it gets kind of like weird here. This is ridiculous.
Eddie Van Halen's in there doing his thing.
Oh, listen to that piano hit.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Here's another.
Jesus, those piano hits.
This is the best part of the song right here.
Here we're going back up on the roof.
Here I go, up on the roof. Get down to business, up on the roof.
Yes.
I'll grab your hand if you fall.
Here's the whole thing about the cell phone.
If you try and make a call.
I love that.
Don't you worry, they've got more at the mall.
Horn section.
Up on the roof.
Well, people acting like horns.
Best we could do.
Good bass runs.
Up on the roof.
See?
It's a good song.
It's a little not fleshed out.
It makes me realize that like the whole middle part could just be like thrown away.
They've got more at the mall.
Look at that.
Oh,
No, there's not enough. Ooh.
what would you got?
Yeah, for a 4-minute and 42-second song, there's not much of the story being told about. Like, we know somebody who hides booze on the roof, 100-proof roof, and then there's this whole like almost abduction thing. Like, I'll throw your phone away. You can go to the mall later and get one.
I thought that was more about like if you are a worker, then like you don't need your phone, so like get rid of it anyway.
Okay.
Just saying.
No, I'm trying to remember what the lyrics are because they're ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they don't mean anything.
No, they really don't.
I shouldn't even try to explain them. That's silly.
Well, that's a new level of Don Lone's project because it is a very nice instrumental setting, and the chorus, "Here I go up on the roof," sung that many times, headed for a roof.
Well, it's weird that like we wrote the verse and the chorus and made an entire song out of the verse before we made an intro to the whole part of the chorus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I like that middle part. It's very
right,
fishy.
But it's like weird. Like we didn't use the chorus in the first part of the song at all.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Roofers. And it's got that electronic beat throughout. Like
it's a good
constant.
beat. That's a good beat.
I'm not sure what it is because it's going through a phaser at times. And
we were cutting it in and out too, which we would do more and more as time went by.
Right. Even with that instrumental part, it's an example that you and I knew at this point we could say, you know what? We'll just riff on a chord and it'll sound cool and it'll build up to the next part. And that riffing, all of the instrumentation in that riffing is pretty diligent. I mean, it's electronic drums, but if it sounded like crap, we did not allow it. Not
usually. No, we'd try again. I think that was all our whole thing was like, if we would make a thing and we would audition it for ourselves, it would either sound good or it wouldn't.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, and if it didn't, we would always try again, which that was the beauty of digital media, which
that's right.
You know, you could always try again.
This was the advent of, in 2005, I purchased a Kurzweil K2000. And that's where those piano hits and so much other
that's the Kurzweil?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. So I'm going to play the first 30 seconds of a song. Tell me where you've heard this before.
This is the greatest podcast ever.
The man jumped on the bus. Headed south of Route 7. I snuck out my phone. Some guy in a Ranger with only one eye. Where are you going? Do you want to get high? That guy's got my wallet. We gotta catch up. No problem, he said. Even his truck can't catch the bus.
Can you stop right there?
Even this truck can catch the bus is one of the
There's a lot
lines.
going on right there.
All right, so of course this is Wallet Part 2, and
we didn't even do Wallet Part 1.
We did, man. We played it before Roofers.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right, so the audience has now heard Wallet Part 2, and
there's a lot going on here.
You put out your thumb, and a guy with a Ranger with only one eye. It's just a very Rutland story. You can see it happen on a Route 7. Your wallet gets stolen. No problem, he says. Even this truck can catch the bus.
Catch the bus. Exactly.
Yeah. And
no problem, he said. Even this truck can catch the bus.
I got to say, we have always held grammar in high regard.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I think this song has it in spades.
Wallet was also an opportunity to implant sound clips that YouTube was a thing. We're talking 06, 07, 08. And it was very new to us, and we realized we could capture sound from YouTube and use
before there was any copywriting or anything.
Right. It was a Wild West kind of thing, and that's why there are other tracks on here that will feature amply YouTube clips. I don't know what we're in for here in the rest of Wallet Part 2. I know there's trumpet. There's a bus.
Even this truck can catch the bus. Boy, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, the trumpet does no favors.
Did you get the wallet back?
What?
Did you get the wallet back?
No, did she get
These cuts are good.
Who has it? Avita?
it from her?
Who has it?
Get it from never mind.
Damn, what you guys doing?
Who was it?
Done.
Wow. Yeah, so there's Wallet Part 2. And it was some YouTube video, somebody whose wallet was stolen. We searched wallet, and that's what we got. And the layering on of sound clips. I mean, we could still get back to that. It's just very odd. You don't want Wallet Part 3 right now.
I think we did good. We tried to write an entire song around the album, which is the Wallet song, I think.
Do you want to finish up with the Wallet song, or do you want it to come back again? No, let's move on.
There are other songs.
Here's another song. You know what's good? Other music. We've said that many times. Hey, you know what's going to be good?
Other music. You're not wrong.
Yeah, many, many times. So here's some other music. Now this is a piece of work right here. This comes in at exactly 2 minutes. 2 minutes of your life you will never get back, but you will never forget.
Oh, Mr. Newman.
Found ourselves at a drive-through window. Tell the man to hold on. I don't want a burger. A burger's all wrong. Don't give me ice cream, 'cause that always melts. Don't make me a milkshake. They never help. I'll try a taco if you got one around. But the bell at the border
Taco Bell.
closed long ago. This here town, I won't eat a salad, noon or not. Not even coffee. Your coffee is too hot. Don't use your lips, 'cause they don't look right. But I'll be back later. That's alright with you.
I think it's a pretty successful song.
I want to hear the non-slowed down version.
I think the slowed down version makes it super successful.
Well, I think it's even sped up, I think is what it is.
It could be a speed up and a slow down.
Because what kind of instrument was that? The stringed instrument? A bazooka? A bouzouki?
Bouzouki, I think. Yeah.
It was either a bouzouki or it was a sped up banjo. Because the keyboard, boy, that thing was really high. And someone was playing and just like, dropping their hand on it at times. I mean, a lot got hidden when it got sped up.
Well, that's the beauty of speeding things up is that you don't have as long to take to think about how shitty what you just heard was.
Right. Like, oh, you know what you can do? Speed it up. You take half the time. So I wonder how long, I wonder at what rate we
Well, it's always kind of an interesting thing, too, to like then take a really cool song that, you know, you write or you cover and slow it down.
Right.
And see if then when you speed it up, if it can be really good.
Right. Right. And we were very into that at this time.
Oh, yeah.
That happened a lot. I wonder if even the next track might have such a speed up or slow down.
Well, I think we were like really getting into using the software too. Finally, like how to use it to our advantage,
right?
Instead of just using it, you know.
Yeah, and when we found something that we liked, we just did that. Boy, it would have been nice to understand how to implant like an effects chain on that trumpet. That would have helped so much.
Yeah, maybe not.
By help,
what's next?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of help.
You gonna smack him upside his head with this bottle?
Oh boy!
I'm gonna smack him. Smack him. Are you taping us? Oh.
I'll still show up for the teenage dance party. I wait around in the loft of your house. I drank your wine waiting for the teenage dance party. You know it can't
fucking teenage dance party.
You show up.
Now you had an apartment with a loft.
I did.
There's a lot of people laughing on this track.
Oh yeah.
Don't act surprised about
it's a difficult lyric to say without laughing.
Another erratic drum beat too.
Terrible drum beat. Teenage dance party.
The acoustic guitar is charging.
A lot of things are charged.
Teenage dance party, people dancing around. There we go.
Oh, party.
Yeah. There you go. Keep it right up.
Wow. Okay, so the track's called Teenage Dance Party. Not sure why it starts with the YouTube clip of the woman threatening somebody with a bottle. Again, it was Wild West on YouTube, and we were pulling sound clips down.
That's right.
And it was very striking. I'm not sure why we thought that was a good intro for the song Teenage Dance Party.
But we did find Night Trap.
Yeah, so, but let's just address the song. It's on the creepier side.
That was a Sega game, is that right?
Right. So Night Trap, they were having a teenage dance party.
That was a role-playing game on Sega.
Right. It was like Sega CD, and it was video clips, and that's what you had there. Did you play anything along to that?
No, I think we laid that over what we already did. Thanks for asking, though.
Yeah, I just want to make sure there wasn't extra bass or something, you know?
We might have sweetened it up a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
I think there's a missing track on this playlist. There's at least one missing track on this playlist, and that would be that one about wrestling. Rage in the Cage.
Oh, the Rage in the Cage?
That's not here in this playlist.
It's one of the best tracks.
Well, we're going to have to amend this another time because it's not here.
We will, but what's next?
All I have is a big 12 for you. And I don't know if there's a solo contribution by you, it's not here. So we'll leave that for next time too.
I'm not worried about that, but like, what's next?
I understand.
Oh, King of Rutland.
Let there be peace, said the king of Rutland.
The Maidens of Rutland.
Let there be another king.
There be peace, said the king of Rutland. There be peace before I'm through. Travis Tritt was the king of Rutland.
Fucking Travis Tritt.
He played the Rutland County Fair.
Can we also say Emergency Hole?
That was the Duke of Rutland.
The Duke of Rutland. Yeah.
Once I was very well, sweet maidens of Rutland.
Maidens.
Emergency hole.
Emergency Hole. That's terrible.
That's really rough. I didn't know what that said.
That's awful.
Listen to that audience.
Rutland. That's it.
Pretty much.
What an amazing example
of
Rutland.
Yeah. It's really an overwhelming track.
The king of Rutland.
Made so in part by the roaring audience that is even excited about a new key. When you decide, let there be a different key.
Let there be a different key.
That's one of my favorite parts, actually.
And we do change keys, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. And you were just raging it on the guitar, and I was following you on the keyboard, and clever editing makes you think we're playing the London Palladium in this song, a majestic song about Rutland. Fare thee well.
You maidens.
I agree. The lyrics could have deserved a rewrite.
It's sort of like Goodbye Girls.
Yeah, no, it's very, very strange. I
have no idea what we were going for.
think it was a spontaneous type of thing on your part.
Yes. Sure.
I think the riff was, but anyway, there it is. It's labeled Son of Rutland. The video title says
Not Maidens of Rutland?
No, it's called Son of Rutland. There are two copies of it in this playlist. However, the video title says a missing track called Battle Royale.
Yeah, we are missing the Battle Royale.
Now, I'm going to play a song. You tell me where you heard it before.
Oh, this is a Wallet song.
It's the Ranger.
Mobile and stuff. The great lyric. Mobile and stuff. Be back in my hands.
Yeah, let's draw attention to the quality lyrics that are happening here. Down went the lights, up went the
lyrics.
sticks.
The lyrics really only get better as the song goes along. It is a good song. It just takes a long time.
Well, each wallet chunk is 2 minutes. So the whole epic is 2 times 4 is 8. So there you go.
Yeah, it's like there's easily 10, 12 minutes of wallet.
Unfortunately, no, because they're all 2 minutes apiece.
Oh, really? There's only 16 minutes of wallet?
The problem is the trumpet makes it feel so much longer. And that's why it actually feels like between 10 and 12 minutes.
Makes sense.
Remember that scene in The Jerk?
But it does carry, it's supposed to carry the record, right? Again,
one of my favorite lines. It's time for my wallet to be back in my hands. These are random declarations. You know, the wallet, the Ranger were involved in somebody's car that was beat and fired right up.
I wonder how many people are saying that exact same thing today.
Yeah, it always happens.
It's time for my wallet to be back in my hands.
We laughed then. We laughed now. Let's see if we can hear that again.
Really funny.
It's time for my wallet to be back in my hands. The train that crosses 4 and 7. We got off the bus like the Great Wall of China between fair hands. And number one, try you the man who wants to ride your bus.
What's going to happen now? Nothing. Just the bus. Just the sound of the bus. So that was Wallet Part 3. Here on the Doncast as we review Songs in 4 and 7, the Rutland album. So there is some missing material. The next podcast, what we're going to do is review again Songs in 4 and 7 missing material. My solo contribution called Fat Guy with a Weed Whacker. Your solo contribution, which I'm not sure exactly what that is. Plus there is some bonus from, we're talking about 06, 07, 08. And we are going to review that material next podcast. For now, we only have one more track.
Well, what is it? Anything good?
Oh, it's one of my favorites. Are you ready for it? It's very short, but it is one of my favorites. I'm going to play the beginning of the song. I'm going to play 30 seconds of a song. You tell me where you've...
We got this guy Wire, and we got to hire him.
We got to hire him. No, it's, of course, Wallet. Part 4. This is like... Here it is.
I can't believe we're playing the whole Wallet.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is the Wallet podcast. This one's funny.
Watch down the Ranger. It's a nice full ride. Ready for the bus. Bang on the side. Yell at the driver. Tell him to go.
That's a lot of lyrics.
Finally opened. As the train finally passed, jumped right in and said at last, I said,
ね、ジョイトさん
ね、夢だね、ヨネちゃんがジョイトリさんになる。
いいね。
そう。ジョイトリさん。
ジョイトリさんいいね。なんかね。ちなみによ、ジョイトリさんよ、君さ、
Perfect.
財布とかどうしたの？財布、自分の財布。
So,
やってると思うんですけど。
いやいやいや、またね、
no, no, yeah. Oh my god.
あら、
いやいやいや。
そこら辺に転がってましたよ。
That is Wallet Part 4. So it's sound of a Japanese television show with I can distinctly remember the image of the puppet and the woman, and the puppet in that voice changer voice is talking to her saying, "Hey, where's your wallet?" And she's like, "I don't know. Yeah, look." And then finally,
Yeah, this little puppet stole it. Yeah. That's great. It's perfect. It works great.
財布またね、そこら辺に転がってましたよ。
That's great, dude. Good job.
Dude, I would put the wallet, all 4 parts, on a CD and hand it to somebody and be like, "Look, here's an epic story." So the wallet, what is the end of the story? That's
It is like maybe our best story song.
right. And your wallet ends up in Japan. Was it based?
Sort of, or at least it gets fought over in Japan.
Right. Well, you finally get to the guy in the bus.
Could still
and
be
you're pounding on the
here.
door.
Right, the boss. It's like a boss battle.
Yeah, and he goes, "Without my board, the door finally opened, and the train finally passed. I took a look and said at last." It's very Johnny Cash suddenly. I said, and then the Japanese.
Said at last, yeah. No, it's got some. There's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of what have yous. You know.
I know that both of us around this time period were greatly inspired by and enjoyed Ween Live by Request, where they did, I don't remember how many Stallion part songs.
A lot of stallions.
Right.
I think there's like 7 stallions.
Right. And I think they did most of them. And I think we laughed a lot about that. And I don't know if that inspired Wallet. But anyway, folks, there's your songs in 4 and 7. Next week, a little cleanup.
Yeah, we're
batting 4 and 7.
Batting cleanup next week for sure. No problem. That's good. And
did you hear that? Clean up in aisle 4 and 7.
And then we'll be rocking into Steely Dan.
Let me say, from a public policy standpoint, like, we weren't trying to make fun of Rutland. Rutland is still trying to make an economic comeback. I believe that there's a unique culture there. We were trying to say something about it. To those that might be offended, don't be.
Look, this was many years ago. Who fucking cares? Like,
Rutlanders.
Whatever, dude. Like, we're making references about places that don't even exist anymore. So,
right.
I'm not worried about that. Like, Sam Frank Tobacco Jr. wants to come, fuck with me.
Well,
then, I'll be happy to invite him down.
Let me say it this way. Our intention right. Talk about your battle royale.
Wait, what's your last name? Tobacco? Okay, you can come in. Yeah.
Our intention was never to make Rutland an object of ridicule, right?
No, never.
Parody, never. Yes. Ridicule, no. Yeah. So let that just be known, because we are the only people that ever.
That's the difference between a drama and a comedy, isn't it?
Eric Idle of Monty Python wrote a whole comedy album about Rutland, England. And when he came to the States for his tour, he wanted to start in Rutland, Vermont, and he played the Paramount. And I think it was so that he would have fodder for the rest of the U.S. tour. And hey, I went to a Rutland around here. I'm not doing an Eric Idle. But anyway.
That's your best Eric Idle. Yeah.
I'm not even trying right now. But what we did,
nor should you. No, it's fine.
Entirely unique. And I would like to write another place-based album.
We'll get there, man. You and I have always been good about utilizing our spaces as sort of topical things to use for our writing. And so,
like where we are.
Yeah, well, or when we are, or how we are, or, all this kind of thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if we did that again, so.
Get down to business on the 100-proof roof.
Up on the roof.